Tommy V in Michigan. He was on fire this morning.
Okay, thank you, Tommy V in Michigan. Yes, sir. If you share my prayers.
Tommy V's on. Yeah, we'll jump over there.
Tommy V doing great stuff over there.
And you're Tammy Rous?
Yes.
Ms. Rous, you're here today in case number 2024 CR 42, where you have been charged with several crimes, and I'm going to go over those with you right now, okay?
Okay.
In count one, you've been charged with criminal damage to property.
And what did you say, count one?
Criminal damage.
Okay.
And this claims that on or about May 19th of this year, you substantially impaired or destroyed or defaced the use of property, which in this case was antique statues, decorations, potted plants, and candles to the extent of at least $1,000, but less than $25,000. This is a severity level 9 felony and is punishable by up to 17 months in the state penitentiary and a fine of up to $100,000. Now, those are maximum penalties.
Okay.
And in count two, you're charged with misdemeanor criminal damage to property from that same date of May 19th. And this claims that you damaged or destroyed plants and landscaping to the extent of less than $1,000 that belong to the Kingman Christian Church. And this is a Class B misdemeanor, and it's punishable by up to 6 months in the county jail and a fine of $1,000. And both these charges claims that you didn't have the consent to destroy this property.
I did.
Now, in count three, you're charged with disorderly conduct, claiming that you alarmed, angered, or disturbed others or provoked an assault or other breach of the peace by using fighting words or engaging in noisy conduct tending to reasonably arouse alarm, anger, or resentment in others. This is a Class C misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 30 days in the county jail and a fine of up to $500. Now, I'm not asking you if you did these, but I'm asking you if you understand these charges.
Yes, I do understand.
Now, they're only allegations. You have the right to have a trial on this matter where the state has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you committed these offenses, and you have the right to have legal counsel. And if you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you plan on hiring your own attorney, or do you need the court to appoint you one?
No, I don't need either. I think I can represent myself by if they ask me a question, I can explain what happened. I don't think the Lord's with me, so he should be able to guide me through. I don't. Okay. If somebody says something I didn't do, then I'll have the right to say I didn't do that right and explain.
Yes, yes, absolutely. In fact, you're presumed not guilty. But now, if you ever want legal counsel, I can appoint you an attorney to represent you, okay?
Okay.
And
well, maybe
then,
I could do that.
Excuse me?
Maybe I could do that.
Okay. Are you currently employed?
No, I'm a disabled veteran.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to appoint Mandy Stevenson to represent you. And that way you'll have somebody you can talk to about this case, and she can help you work out some of the particulars on this and some of the legal things that you might not understand, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm going to set you for your next court hearing next Thursday on May 30th at 9:30 in the morning. Do you have any questions?
Yes, can I get out today?
Okay, now these are pretty serious charges, and you don't live here locally, I understand.
Well, I was living in Wichita, but I'm camping at the lake. I was just
Okay.
right outside of town here.
Okay,
And I've never not showed up in court.
I tell you what, I can take that up at any time, but I'm not going to take that up today. But I want you to talk to your attorney. We're going to send you her contact information, and you talk to her, and she might be able to help you work that out. Okay.
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 And if nothing else happens, I'll see you next week.
Well, I can bail out. I have the money, but they're not, you have to have somebody co-sign it when you're alone or by yourself. I can't. I mean, I have the money to put up to bail out,
Okay.
but I can't.
Well,
I
we're
have
going to
to-
give you, I tell you what, I'll give you your attorney's contact information. She can help you with that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And we might be able to take this up sooner than next Thursday.
Okay.
Okay. So, well, thank you very much, and
Thank
I'll
you.
see you next week.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Uh-huh. And then Mr. Ferguson.
Okay.
This is the one with Bradford here. This is the one with Bradford here.
This is you.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Are you Kevin Ferguson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ferguson, you're here today in case number 2024 CR 44, where you have been charged with one count of being a pedestrian under the influence of alcohol or drugs. This claims that on or about May 21st of this year, you did unlawfully walk or be upon a highway and not on a sidewalk while under the influence of alcohol or drugs to a degree that rendered you a hazard. This is an unclassified misdemeanor, and it's punishable by up to 30 days in the county jail and a fine of up to $500. Do you understand what you've been charged with and the possible penalty?
Yeah.
Now, this is only an allegation. You have the right to have a trial on this matter where the state has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you committed this offense, and you have the right to have legal counsel. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. What we're here today is to figure out what you'd like to do about legal counsel. Do you plan on hiring an attorney, or do you need me to appoint you one?
I'm gonna need a planner.
Okay. Are you currently employed?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. And so I'm going to find that you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Have you ever been in municipal court here in Kingman?
Actually, I had court the 23rd, which was this morning in Pratt.
Okay, but not no municipal court with the city of Kingman.
No, I have not.
Okay, good. So I'm going to appoint Cody Smith to represent you, and we'll be sure you get his contact information. And I'm going to set you for your next court hearing next Thursday, May 30th at 1:30 in the afternoon, and then you can be sure and contact your attorney. And I'm also going to modify your bond to a $500 OR bond. And we'll try to get that paperwork over here in the next few minutes so you can get out today, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
As a condition of your bond, I'm going to require that you not consume any alcohol or drugs while you're on bond, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And
I'm
if you do,
getting ready to go get clean permanently.
okay, well, good. I wish you all the best in that. But while you're on bond, if they find you intoxicated or that you've been consuming drugs or alcohol, you can have your bond revoked. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
And be sure and keep in touch. Get in touch with your attorney and keep in touch with your.
Okay. Would you have a pen so I can write his number down?
And we'll get you the paperwork here as soon as we can. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you very much. Do you have any?
A few moments later.
Mr. Gamblin, Your Honor.
And you're Tyler Gamblin?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gamblin, you're here today in case number 2024 CR 45, where you've been charged with several criminal counts from the Pratt County Attorney's Office, and I'm going to go over those with you right now. In count one, you've been charged with rape. This claims that on or about May 13th of this year, you had sexual intercourse with a child under the age of 14, identified in this complaint by the initials AD, and while you were over the age of 18 at the time of the offense. This is an off-grid felony, and it's punishable by at least 25 years to life in the state penitentiary. In count two, you're charged with aggravated criminal sodomy. This is also an off-grid felony, and it claims that on or about that same day of May 13th of this year, that you engaged in oral copulation with that same child under the age of 14. In count three, you are charged with aggravated indecent liberties with a child, also an off-grid felony from that same day, claiming that you engaged in lewd fondling or touching of a person of either the child, also AD, or yourself, done or submitted with the intent to arouse or satisfy the sexual desires of either the child or the offender or both, and the child is under the age of 14 and you are 18 years of age. And in count four, you're charged with aggravated indecent solicitation of a child, claiming that on that same day, May 13th, you enticed, commanded, invited, persuaded, or attempted to persuade a child under the age of 14 to commit or submit to an unlawful sexual act. That child also being identified with the initials AD. Do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
Now, these are only allegations. You have the right to have a trial on this matter where the state has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you committed each and every one of these offenses. You also have the right to challenge that evidence in court. You have the right to call your own witnesses. You don't have to prove that you are innocent because the burden of this is on the state to prove that you are guilty. You also have the right to have an attorney, and if you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. I have an application for a court-appointed attorney. Did you fill this out and sign it?
Yes, sir.
And it says here you're unemployed?
Yes, sir. I had just moved here.
Okay, and so I am going to approve your request for a court-appointed attorney, and I'm going to appoint Casey Cotton to represent you. And then I'm going to set you for your next court hearing on May 29th at 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll get you Mr. Cotton's contact information. You'll be able to get a hold of him and figure out how you want to proceed. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Oh, and I'm sorry, that'll be at 11 o'clock. And not 10 o'clock.
Oh, 11 a.m.
Yeah, 11 o'clock, just like this morning. So do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Moore, is there anything the state needs on this case at this moment?
Not at this moment, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Gamblin. We'll see you next week.
All righty.
A few moments later.
Thank you. Mr. Maestas, you're here in case number 2023 CR 115, in which there has been a motion filed to revoke your probation. This claims, according to an affidavit by Alyssa Spurgeon, who is your court services officer, that you failed to report law enforcement contact within 24 business hours to your CSO, and that you failed to provide a current address, and that you failed to make payments to the district court, and that you failed to provide proof of a completed drug and alcohol assessment and treatment. Do you understand what's being alleged in this?
I do, Your Honor, and I've
Hold on just a moment. Before you go on, I just want to tell you that you have a right to have a hearing on this matter, and you have the right to be represented by an attorney. The reason I interrupted you, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I don't want you to say anything in this hearing that would bring further charges or get you into further trouble or incriminate you in any way. Now, I do have an application for a court-appointed attorney. Did you fill that out and sign it?
I filled one out whenever I got arrested.
Okay. Do you still want the court to appoint you an attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And with that, I'm going to appoint Bob Slinker to represent you, since he was your attorney on this case and is familiar with it. And then I'm going to set you for your next court hearing on June the 5th at 11 o'clock in the morning. Now, with all that, did you have a question?
No, I guess I'll let my attorney take care of it, because I didn't violate it in any means whatsoever as to what.
Okay.
So,
And that's why you have the right to have a hearing on it and defend yourself at that hearing. So we'll be sure that you get your attorney's contact information, and you can contact him before we have the next hearing. Okay.
all right, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you very much. Does the Mr. Moore's estate have anything it needs from Mr. Myas's?
Not at this moment, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good day.